Chapter 1 is going to be from the perspective of the first generation, Lakshmi. I awoke to a crash loud enough to disturb the gods. As my blurred vision came into focus, I saw my mother standing a few feet away from me, swearing under her breath as she bent over the contents of a small tiffin container that bled streams of sambar down its side. She cursed her clumsiness and began cleaning the mess off the small plastic runner that served as her kitchen floor. Trying not to make too much noise, I shifted in my cot to peer out of the door. A few warm sun rays lent enough light to show the first signs of life in our Chennai village. On the other half of my cot, my baby sister was curled up, resting peacefully. I pulled myself up so as not to disturb her. "Morning, Amma," I said to my mother. "Good morning, my dear." Her voice was strained. "Can I help you, Amma?" "No, don't worry. You go get ready for school." I lingered for a few seconds, hoping she would follow with the most anticipated words that anyone in our village could hope to hear. On some lucky mornings, I ate before preparing for school. Amma telling me to go and get ready meant this was not one of those mornings. At the other end of our dirt-packed 6-meter house was my school uniform. Quietly changing, I heard my mother in the background stifling her cries. The sound of strain in her voice always sent a chill down my spine. I hated hearing Amma cry. Dressed in my sweat-stained uniform, I walked outside and saw our village was already abuzz at that early morning hour. The toils of preparing for the day had begun. Walk half a kilometer, collect the water, build a fire, prepare the vegetables, cook the food. I saw one of the villagers twisting his body and his dance-like bathing ritual a few one-room houses down. He was the only person I had ever met who could coat his entire body with less than 2 cups of water. I made my way to our outhouse. It was a simple structure of scrap wood and a half-buried plastic bucket, though it took us 2 months to scrounge the village for the materials. It was worth every painstaking minute. Our neighbors looked at us with envy for having a place to defecate so close to our house. Most of them were forced to walk a kilometer to the nearest public lavatory or covered their droppings like dogs in the wild. I used the last of the soap in the tin cup hanging on the door. We were taught in the second standard the importance of washing. I still remember the absolute pride I had in standing up and informing the other students that I already knew this fact because my Amma was the most intelligent woman in our village. Back inside, I saw Amma had cleaned up the mess, salvaging the bits of food that weren't completely coated in village grime. She was an excellent cook. I was sure the vegetables tasted like little treats from the heavens, even with the dirt. Amma did not offer me any of the food. I knew she was not saving it for herself. I softly called out to her that I was leaving. She turned around and gave me her usual radiant smile, which always lit up the village far better than the sun did. "Look at my daughter. You are the smartest person I know, my dear." "Look at my Amma. You are the wisest person I know. Make Nana and I proud, okay?" I told her I would. Making my parents proud was the motivating factor that unlocked my every passion and desire for a better life. As I turned to walk out the door, my stomach growled. Spilling food was not something we could afford to do.